what, day 6 since we left Port Angeles on our way to San Francisco. Last night was horrifying, the conditions, and we had to do my version of heaving too, and that was just turn to the weather and fly up those waves all night long. And it was very, very intense for our first large open ocean passage, with several nights of being awake straight, because there's only 2 of us and it's been storm sailing, so we haven't been sleeping. I've been hand steering for days on end, so finally by turning into the weather last night I was able to just set the autopilot, which was working overtime, and Morgan stayed up and kept an eye on the autopilot to make sure that it wasn't overworked or lose its course or anything like that. That would be a real big problem for us if it happened in the middle of that kind of stuff. So fortunately the conditions are a little bit better today, thank goodness. Everything I look at apparently is cursed. Everything I look at that I'm concerned might fucking break has broken. If you look up at the sail, you'll see what I'm talking about. That car is now busted out of the hook. So we're real nervous about it. We're hoping that whatever good graces we have with whatever fucking deities there are will leave the rest of the fucking sail alone for the next 3 days of sailing offshore in 30-knot goddamn winds. Because this is getting to be ridiculous. But anyway, hey YouTube, sailing channels that actually sail, it's not all tits and fun. It's actually fucking a lot of work and a lot of problem solving, a lot of trying to keep your wits about you in conditions that try you physically and try you mentally when you haven't had any sleep for days. And when you do get sleep, it's in little snatches. It's hard, man. Stay positive, stay focused, keep your energy up. So far so good today. We're hoping that these conditions will hold as long as possible, and that we'll make good time, as the weather's supposed to be breaking over the next couple days, all being well. That's all I've got to say about that.
So we're just headed down to our next waypoint after the long offshore tack we did to get out of the Gale storm we found ourselves in yesterday. And the seas, as I think Josh already said, is much better today, but we are not without casualties. The boat went through a pretty good tossing all day and then all night, especially because we were chomping through them to windward, so it was some pretty good slams. As disheveled as you think I look now, wait till you see the boat. So, upon entry, I've only moderately touched things, not really, but all the cushions, of course, have tipped over. Ooh. If I fall, it's because the boat's still moving. The dog's bed has ended up at the bottom of the galley. There she is. Are you trying to hang on? Hey, good girl. You hang on, buddy, okay? You stay low. You stay low. You're a good girl. You're a good girl. Hang on. All of these books and things are actually better now. They were tossed. I was last night lying on this floor with the dog when a bunch of books and binders came slamming onto my head, which was fun. Yeah, but oh, crazy. Anyway, galley. again, it's just, looks more like mess, but the coffee grinder, which had never moved and usually sits in that corner, went flying, landed down here on this cushion, stuff everywhere on the step, and now it is over there. And I have since been down here to try and make food, so I just pushed the rug up over everything because there's no point trying to do anything about that now. I've had to close the seacock for the sinks because they were actually drawing in more seawater than was going out, so that didn't seem like a good thing. Whoa. So then there's that. The V-berth used to be quite organized, and now all has sort of fallen into the middle. I think Josh went up there once just to secure his speaker, which was actually slamming. That thing is crazy heavy and was tied down and still slammed over. So, hey buddy, good girl. That's a good spot for you. Good girl. And we found out too, during our chomp through out of the Gale yesterday, that all of our hatches leak like mad. This one wasn't so bad because the dinghy is currently lashed down above it, but this one, where the dinghy was not lashed, ugh, a whole mess of water came in, like tons. I don't know if you can see, but it just like soaked this carpet, and it's all dirty now too. And the dog, when I came down to check on her, she had water all over her fur. Poor thing. Yeah, that seat's wet. So, Joyce, everything was quite wet and dirty. Oh, it is so hard to hold on right now. Ah. It's interesting too to see what stays put, actually, just as much as what flies open, because this is where we keep our liquor, in this cabinet, and I was hearing so much slamming inside there, but thankfully it didn't fly open, which I'm so grateful. Actually, we should take a look and see if those bottles are broken or not. I have no idea. I wonder. That's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. Can I even get it? I can't even get at that one. Oh, that's actually quite impressive. Probably because we keep such a well-stocked liquor cabinet. Nothing really moved. It's just the sound of glass being loud. Okay, those are secured. Okay, good. And there's actually stemware in that one, and I'm pretty sure, unless I was hallucinating from lack of sleep last night, I heard glass shattering in there, and I'm not even sure I want to open it to find out. Whoa. What's going on in there? But let's see. Don't worry, buddy, I won't step on you. At least I'll try not to. Hang on. You're a good girl. You're a good girl. Ooh. Okay, let's see what's in this cupboard. I can moving around. Okay, falling over. I don't see any broken glass yet. Falling over again. Just, hey, amazing. I think they just clanged. I don't think they broke. Wow. Okay. That's secure and super impressive. Eh? Okay, I'm gonna try and see. Whoa, what happened? Everything in the sink was just stuff that had gone flying. It was all down here, so I just put it there. Whew. It's not easy to move around here. The ocean is not to be trifled with, boys and girls. Do not trifle with ocean. Okay. This was more of a disaster area. So these cabinet doors hold everything under the cockpit. Josh did tie them, thankfully, otherwise they would have gone flying open, but they're open anyway, they won't stay closed. So that board is actually the top of this roller desk. And it just went flying apparently, so I'm glad you weren't here to get crushed by that. And clothes have fallen out of places. There's a bunch of, I think, junk under this too. Yeah, there's like, yeah, stuff from inside here that has fallen down. Ugh. This area is a disaster, but I've just been using it to catnap when and if. Actually, Josh has been using it more than I have. I've been sleeping on the floor with the dog. It seems like the best way to go. Stay low, buddy. Stay low. All the cupboards down here won't stay closed. Yeah. And again, yeah, I've done a bit of tidying, but all that loose stuff is down here. Those refuse to stay closed, so I'm just gonna leave them. And yeah, this shelf had stuff on it, but that stuff was down here too, so. And there's just constantly water. Water in this tray. I don't know where it comes from. We haven't used this shower in ages. And yet there's always water down here. Every time we go sailing and start heeling over, water comes around. So I don't know if the sink is leaking. Anyway. Joy. All the joys. Hey buddy? You having fun? Yeah, you're not. You're like, get me the fuck off this tub. I don't want to see grass again. Don't worry, buddy. A few more days. I will bring you to grass. I promise.
Off to like 15 knots, everything kind of settles down. As soon as these big gusts hit, it's like